Hello, happy day. This is Mr. Whately, and I'm going to go over how to calculate the surface area of a cylinder. It's another extension of the standard 7.G. We're looking at cylinders today, okay? And we're going to find the surface area, the complete total outside area. You know, some of my favorite soup is chicken noodle soup. And it comes in a can. And I wanted to, for Mother's Day, get my mom some of this soup. And I want to wrap the soup for her. But I don't know how much wrapping paper it'll take to cover this whole can of soup. Okay? So I need to find the surface area so I can make sure I have enough paper. Now, the surface area to cover this can of soup would have to cover the top, which is a circle, the bottom, which is another exact circle, and what shape is this we have along the side? It's one long, I think you said it. I'm going to cut it along here, see if this will work. Pull this, no, it's not going to work. Oh man, I was going to cut it. Probably have bad soup now. But if you look, now, pretend I'm peeling this apart. Oops, I cut it into two pieces. But basically, what connects those two circles together is this lovely rectangle. Okay? Now, this is a large rectangle. Its width is how tall the can is. Now, the length of this said rectangle, if you think about it, we put it back here on the can, and we put it up, and we wrap it. The length of that rectangle goes all the way around this circle. So the length of the rectangle is actually the circumference of the circle. Now, you can find the surface area of a cylinder without using a formula. Formula is pretty popular with this type of three-dimensional figure. I'll just say I'm kind of in between, okay? Meaning I don't strictly adhere to the formula, but in this case it might be easier sometimes, okay? So let's take a look at it now. Both of these circles, and there's two of them, and they're the same. You just can't, in this lovely drawing, you cannot see the bottom one. There's two circles. So if we need to account for the surface area, then we've got, for the circle, area of a circle, I'm going to call it the top and the bottom, just to be accurate. So to find the area of the top and the bottom, it's pi times radius squared. So if I do that, that will give us the area of the top and the bottom circle. Now, for this large rectangle, I'll just call it the side, and this is often referred to as base area. Now for the side, the width of that very long rectangle, the width of it, if you want to call it, is how tall this can, the label is. So it's 4. So the area of the rectangle is the length times the width. So it's 4 times. Now, we need to know how long that side is, that rectangle is, and it follows the exact length of the diameter. I'm sorry, the exact length of the circumference of that circle. So we're going to multiply the height of the rectangle by the circumference. So the circumference of a circle is pi times diameter. Okay? So that this will give us the area of the top circle. This will get us the area of the bottom circle. This will get us the area of the side. These are in inches. And gives us inches squared. Okay? So you want your trusty calculator for this. Now, the radius is not 3, so please don't make that mistake. The radius in this case, since it's 3 inches across, the radius is 1.5. Okay? So, clear? 1.5 times 1.5 equals 2.25. So each of these are 2.25 pi. Okay? Now, this, I have to go back and look at it. The diameter of the circle, I can use that. It's 3. So 4 times... I can multiply 4 times 3 and get 12. So this is 12 pi. Okay? Alright, so here's what I need to do. I need to calculate all of these, figure out how much they are, each of them, and then add them all together. Okay? So, 2.25 times 3.14, it's about 7.07. This would be the same. Now 12 pi, because I multiplied 4 times 3 pi, it's 12 pi. So we go 37.68. Okay, I'm going to add these all together. I'm going to get 51, about 51.8. Thinking about reasonable. Is that reasonable? Okay, I think so. I could double check this again. Never hurts. .8. There you have it. Surface area of this cylinder, also known as a circular prism, is 51.8 square inches. That means I would need a lot of wrapping paper to give my mom this can of soup for Mother's Day. All right? Great. So this is not the easiest thing in the world. So we'll do 2 more examples together. So I'll zoom in on this. Find the surface area of this cylinder. The side, again, is going to be the height of the cylinder times the circle's circumference. The circumference is equal to, all right, so that's what we need. I'm going to plug in the values, come up with an answer. So this is 7. One tip that you can do is treat these like terms. They all have the exact same variable, so that makes them like terms. So if you want to save the calculations, make it easier on you, add your like terms. 4 plus 4 is 8, so this is 8 pi. Plus 28 pi makes it 36 pi. Then I will find out what that is, and that will give us our total surface area. So, bringing out my trusty calculator, clear, 36 times, oops, 113.04. Again, what I did here, to make it easier on me, I added up all of that. Those are like terms, like 4x plus 4x plus 28x. You can add them. That's what I did. I ended up with 36 pi, and then that gave me the overall surface area of this particular cylinder. And hopefully, that's what you got also. All right? Okay. I think for our final cylinder, we'll take a look at this. Calculating the surface area, a little more complicated, numbers are a little bit bigger. Go ahead, try it. All right, gonna add all of these sides together. It's 180. And I have 252 pi units squared. But I need to, come up with a value that one can understand. So this is called leaving it in terms of pi. We don't want that. So give me how many square yards this is. And to do that, you have to multiply this out. So, clear. 252 times 3.14. 791.3 yards squared. Okay? So, a little more complicated, but totally within your wheelhouse. Find the area of both circles. It's right here. And then you're going to find the area of this long rectangle that wraps itself all the way around the cylinder, around the can. So the length of that rectangle is the circumference of the circle times the height of the cylinder. And that'll get you everything you need. Okay? All right. Happy cylinder work. Take care.